Wear your mask, people. Got our rental car. We decided to take a family vacation to the Smoky Mountains, spending some time at a cabin with a few uncles and aunts and cousins and just kind of hanging out together. It's been kind of, you know, as all you know, it's been one of those years where you feel isolated and you just need to be surrounded by people. We rented a house that's in the Smoky Mountains, and you guys, this house is beautiful. So this house had 7 bedrooms and a really big living area, big kitchen, a big dining room, perfect for our big/little families to be able to just hang out together for the weekend and to spend some time.
Look at this place. What do you think? Told you my company afford this big for us.
Surprise!
Surprise! Oh, fun.
Well, I really didn't know you guys were here yet. I'm surprised too.
Wow, what an awesome house.
Surprise! Hi, Connie.
I gotta be a big 11.
No, we got here maybe like 30 minutes ago.
I'm gonna die coming here, guys.
You did the roll? The roll?
Oh my gosh, that was lovely.
Hello! Hi, Taylor! Hi, Addie! Hi, guys! But this house was really amazing and just perfect for all of us and a perfect escape into the Smoky Mountains. Unfortunately, the first day that we arrived here, it was raining a lot, and the second day it was raining a lot as well. And unfortunately, it kind of threw some of our plans for a loop because we had to switch up our schedules for the day in order to accommodate the weather, which, you know, we can't control. So on our first full day in the Smokies, again, because it was raining basically like first half of the day, we just stayed in and had a really chill, relaxing day in, watching movies, of course eating really good food, and just hanging out with each other because it's been a while since we've all gotten to see each other since we've been in this pandemic. But later in the afternoon, as soon as the rain kind of let up a little bit, we finally got to really see the beautiful views of the Smoky Mountains that we were in. I will say we did come a little bit towards the tail end of fall where the colors had already changed and everything, but we were still able to see a lot of reds, yellows, and oranges. Of course, definitely a lot of browns. But you know, it was still great to be able to see all of that. Honestly, winter came really early in Minnesota, and I wasn't ready to let go of fall yet. So we traded the cold winter winds in Minnesota for the beautiful fall foliage in North Carolina and Tennessee still. But in that afternoon, after the rain had kind of let up, our group kind of split up into 2 groups. Half the group went to Asheville to do some exploring around the city. While the other half of the group, which included myself, we went fishing. At the dam here, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, on the
It's a little flooded, but super excited.
on the other side is the lake.
Unfortunately, we didn't have very much luck and we didn't catch anything, but you know what, we still had some really beautiful and amazing views. We went to this lake that really just like, it blew my mind. It was so beautiful and the camera just did not do it justice at all. But the mountains and then the valleys and then the river and then the lakes, it was just so beautiful. It reminded me of like if I ever went to Switzerland, that's what it would look like. So the next day we went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and here it was more kind of like, I mean Gatlinburg is a little bit more touristy, but it was really beautiful to just see like this busy street, this busy city just in the middle of the valley in the Smokies. And for some reason it kind of reminded me of Vegas a little bit, because you know like how in Vegas it's just basically the strip that's like all lit up and everything. And because it's kind of in the middle of the desert, well, Gatlinburg is kind of that same thing, but in the middle of the mountains. But it was just really great to just go and explore the streets there and just see some of the shops. And of course, we did some moonshine tasting. This was my first time doing moonshine tasting. It was an experience, and for $5, getting to try like 12 different varieties of moonshine, it was a really good deal. Moonshine tasting was definitely a fun experience, and something that apparently is really big in the South and really big in Gatlinburg or in Tennessee. So I'm glad that we were able to at least experience a little bit of that culture. And while we were in Gatlinburg, of course, some of the group did go fishing, try their luck fishing for trout in the river, which runs right through Gatlinburg. My sister and brother-in-law caught like a few trout, which was really, you know, it was great. The rest of us, we kind of just explored again up and down that strip there in Gatlinburg. And then we stayed into the night because we took the I think it's a ski lift, but there's also a sky bridge that connects from like one part of the mountain to the other, where you can just walk across. And you may have seen this in videos or pictures and before, but the sky bridge actually has like a glass floor, like halfway in the bridge, where you can kind of look down and you see all of the trees and the mountains and everything, because you're like really high up. So we walked across the bridge. We were able to see it during the day and also at night, so we got to see the city from like way up in the mountains at night, and it was just really beautifully lit. And the sky lift was even like lit during the night, so it was really beautiful to kind of go up when it was light out and then kind of come down when it was dark to see all of the different colors and to see the city at night. So if you're ever in Gatlinburg, definitely do some moonshine tasting. Definitely explore up and down the strip, because there's lots of really cute shops, and yes, it can be kind of touristy and everything, but you know, it's all part of the experience. That's why you're there. Our last full day in North Carolina, we decided to go hiking. We hiked the Blue Ridge Mountains. We drove all the way up to the top of Water Rock Knob, and then we hiked all the way to the top of that location and just had this beautiful panoramic view of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it was just so beautiful. You guys made it to the top. My calves and my hamstrings and my quads were definitely sore the next day and are still a little bit sore right now, but you know, it was definitely worth it. The views from the top was so beautiful, and we kind of sat on a rock right off the cliff where we took our group picture to just kind of remember the hike and remember the moments there. And then we also did another really just like short small hike to Soco Waterfalls, I think that's what it is. But we hiked kind of down this cliff to the waterfall. There was really like, you wouldn't have known about it because it's just off the highway, and there's like a little bit of parking off the highway that you can just park at and then kind of take a trail down to the waterfall.
This is pretty much the start of the waterfall. We're gonna head down there and get a better view of things. They ain't got no rails. They got some rock here with some rope for security. I'm sure there's a weight limit for these ropes too. Here's Sam. He's trying to help people. He's the lifeline. Oh. Lord have mercy.
That was also definitely worth the climb down. Again, really muddy because it was raining a lot in the days prior, but you know, got to see kind of the creek and turning into like a waterfall. So there's like one waterfall coming one way, another waterfall coming the other, and then we just kind of, you know, being tourists, of course, taking lots of pictures and just admiring the beautiful waterfall and again the fall foliage, and just really appreciating the landscape and how beautiful everything was. I can't say enough about how beautiful everything was. That's going to be like the word that I use to describe everything, is beautiful. But yeah, so that was our last full day in the mountains. Again, you know, back at our house, we of course had a bonfire. It's not a family gathering or family trip if we don't have good food, so of course we ate a lot. Shout out to my Aunt Mary, who is the best cook. We always look to her whenever we are going on a family trip or family gatherings, because she is the queen in the kitchen and she makes the best food. We had bag lunches, and it looked like our lunches, like they looked like little gift bags. Well, they were in gift bags, so they looked like little gifts for us, which made it that just more enjoyable to have lunch together. So we again, we drove all the way to the top of Water Rock Knob. We had our lunch there in our little gift baskets, in our lunch bags, and you know, my mom and dad and my aunts and uncles, they all wrote notes and everything and put it in our lunch bags, just like how, you know, your parents did in elementary school. So it was really cute and sweet. So that was our trip to the Smoky Mountains. Definitely fun time with family, of course. We wish that more of our family could have been able to come, but we know that right now everybody wants to be safe, and of course safety is priority, and you know, we are still in a pandemic. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Right now we aren't able to do so much traveling, but hopefully with some of the little bit of travels that we get to go on, it inspires you to travel to some of these places, or to get out there and explore the outdoors and just to see more of the world. I know that's something that I definitely want to do more of. My husband and I both want to do more of, but maybe just not too much right now since we are still in the middle of a pandemic. But just to remember to be safe wherever you guys go and whatever you do, and to wear your masks, wash your hands, sanitize, and be safe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.